Carrie Fisher ist gestorben. Das haben mittlerweile, glaube ich, alle mitbekommen. Und uns war auch ganz klar, irgendwas müssen wir jetzt machen. Und wir sind jetzt hier gefühlt die letzten 2 Stunden im Büro auf und ab gelaufen, haben überlegt, was machen wir für ein Video, das jetzt irgendwie Carrie Fisher gerecht wird, das alles sagt, was es zu sagen gibt, das vielleicht auch irgendwie ihren krassen Humor einfängt und einfach alles unterbringt, was man jetzt so unterbringen sollte. Und es ist uns beim besten Willen nicht eingefallen, wie wir das machen sollen. Und deswegen machen wir jetzt einfach was ganz Klassisches und lassen Carrie Fisher für sich sprechen, weil sie hat sich selbst ihr Denkmal gesetzt und dafür werden wir sie auch immer in Erinnerung haben.
Genau.
The fact that you made me into a little doll that my first husband could stick pins into. A shampoo bottle where people could twist my head off and pour liquid out of my neck. Lather up with Leia and you'll feel like a princess yourself. And yes, the little Pez dispenser so that my daughter Billy could pull my head back and pull a wafer out of my neck every time she doesn't want to do her homework. I suppose I don't mind. And though amongst your many possessions you have owned my likeness, lo, all these years, so that every time I look in the mirror, I have to send you a check for a couple of bucks.
What?
I'd always wanted to write. I always did write. It was very much about language. And the thing that I love about England is that it honors language and tradition and theater and literature. And, you know, in L.A., we honor how much the movie grossed over the weekend. And it's humiliating.
Yours.
Hello. I'm sorry to call so early.
Are you all right? No one I know would call at this hour.
I did something terrible.
What did you do? No one I know would call at this
It's
hour.
so awful.
I need to talk.
What happened? What's the matter?
Harry came over last
I
night.
went over to Sally's last night.
Because I was upset that Joe was getting married.
And one thing led to another.
And before I knew it, we were kissing,
To make
and
a long
then
story short, we did it.
They did it.
That's great, Sally.
We've been praying for
You
it.
should have done it in the first place.
For months we've been saying you should do it.
You guys belong together.
It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
It's like 2 wrongs make a right.
How was it?
The during part was good.
I thought it was good.
But then I felt
But
suffocated.
then I guess it wasn't.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
The
I
worst.
had to get out of there.
He just disappeared.
I feel so bad.
I'm so embarrassed.
I don't blame you.
That's
I
horrible.
think I'm coming down with something.
I think I'm catching a cold.
Look, it would have been great if it worked out, but it didn't.
I should never go to bed with anyone when you found out your last boyfriend is getting married.
Who's that talking?
Who?
Is that Jess on the phone?
It's Jane Fonda on the VCR.
It's Brian Gumbel.
You
Do you
want
want to come over for breakfast?
No, I'm not up to it.
No, I feel too awful.
Good. I mean, it's so early.
But call me later if you want.
I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, bye.
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 Bye. God,
I know.
tell me I'll never have to be out there again.
You will never have to be out there again.
If you enjoyed my performance as Princess Leia, and who could resist my stunning, layered, moving, not unlike Mary Poppins performance, then it is thanks to tongue twisters like that. Consider. You'll never get that bucket of old fast that blockade, proper copper coffee pot. Or why you stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder. Proper copper coffee pot, I'll have a cup of tea. It's dialogue from the Star Wars film. And don't forget, I had that weird little English accent that came and went like weather or bloat all through the movie.
Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you holding Vader's leash. I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
Charming to the last.
Too little short for a stormtrooper.
Huh?
Would it help if I got out and pushed?
Captain Turner. Captain Turner.
Mike! What the hell are you doing?
Somebody has to save our skins. Into the garbage, flyboy! Put that thing away, you're gonna get us all killed!
Absolutely, Your Worship. Look, I had everything under control till you let us down here. You know, it's not gonna take them long to figure out what happened to us.
Could be worse. I don't know who you are or where you came from. But from now on, you do as I tell you, okay?
Look, your worshipfulness, let's get one thing straight. I take orders from just one person, me.
So one day you're still alive. Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
No reward is worth this.
I'm sure Luke wasn't on that thing when it blew.
He wasn't. I can feel it.
Hear me. Leia.
We've got to go back.
What?
I know where Luke is.
Chewie, I'll be waiting for your signal. Take care, you two. May the Force be with you.
My mother, there was a thing where my mother got worried about me because she thought I was doing too much LSD. I was doing the right amount. I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that flashback they promised us. Where is that?
I don't know.
So when she got worried, though, she did what any normal parent would do, a concerned parent. She called Cary Grant. And
Make the call.
Yeah, she had Cary Grant call me about my acid problem. Well, I was shooting it and stuff. But, and then I tell my father this story. My father's a little vague, having, you know, shot speed for 13 years. So, yeah, well, it's a family tradition. Anyway, so my dad sees Cary Grant at Grace Kelly's funeral, as one does, and went up to him and said, couldn't think of what to say, wanted to say something to Cary Grant, said, my daughter has an acid problem. Will you call her? I got another call about my acid problem. When you're in the mental hospital, it's kind of okay because it can't get any worse.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna, yeah.
I bet it's a great
now?
equalizer.
It's a relief.
Really?
Well, her brain works faster than anybody else's. That's the trouble with manic depressive. Their minds go faster than anybody else. They're way ahead of us.
So interestingly enough, when you were diagnosed in your 20s and you said you found it hard to accept, it's because what? You didn't want to accept it, you didn't believe it?
I knew two other people that I had been told were manic depressive, and these people were nuts. And so that's how I felt about it. I was like, come on. You know, so I did not believe it.
You didn't want to accept it?
No, and actually they can't diagnose someone if they're bipolar or not when you're still loaded. Because if you're taking drugs the way I took them, and a lot of people take them, you're bipolar. I got sober, and I was a year sober, and I never did calm down. I never, you know, and everybody I'd come in with in rehab now, they'd all kind of
calmed down,
evened out, and I was still spinning around in chairs and writing books in 2 months. And
wow. Do you like being in that space?
I like being manic.
Really?
At a certain point, though, no, because you're peerless. I mean, you know, who else is like that? And you're a spectacle. And even though I grew up in a focus-pulling, spectacle-like family, it's fine, but if you can't turn it off, if you have no vote in it, it's not great. When I got this job, they told me that I had to lose 10 pounds. Well, I weighed about 105 at the time. Well, no, but to be fair now, I carried about 50 of those pounds in my face. So you know what a good idea would be, though? Give me a hairstyle that further widens my already wide face.
Okay, let's take a look.
When R2 has been safely delivered to my forces, you get your award. You have my guarantee.
You said you don't like watching yourself, but you gotta love watching.
I'm 19. Why wouldn't I like that? You like it less as you roll along. I can't say that to you, but people that are normal, that have other genes other than, they don't like it as much. Not that you have an advantage with a DNA jackpot or anything, because I'm sure this is all like, what, a victory of plastic surgery? No, your parents mated well. Please congratulate them.
I will pass that along to them.
Thank you.
You want to say anything to the diehard Star Wars fans
Please
out there?
go to this film if you've heard that it's good. You'll really like it. I liked it, and I'm strict.
Gary's falling asleep.
Gary's bored as hell. Can you imagine? And he's just crying.
His eyes are closing. We've actually lulled him to sleep with our conversation.
He has good taste, though.
This is a low moment for me in my interviewing skills.
He likes watching TV.
I've never had someone fall asleep during my interview,
That
Gary.
you know of.
Thank you.